the banning phase as well.
There we go.
But it's actually being picked up quite a bit. Win rate 0% because it's only picked one time. But I think it's still quite good in the fact that like anyone that comes close, you get that mosquito spray, just spray anyone out and then throw them away.
Who lost while still having Jushin? That's what I'm curious about. And question is, was Granger on the other side? Because I feel like the one exception to be like, oh, Jushin is 100% going to win you games. If Granger is on the opposing side, it's one of the few, with another pick in mind. I know you're going to bring it up in just a bit. Granger completely outranges her, but so does the Xavier. And it's just one of the few heroes where if you can space really well against Jushin and you have a lot of heroes who are touch and go, you don't stick into the fight too long, then that's totally fine, because that's what I'm seeing coming in from See You Soon. You get rid of the Joy, you get rid of the Badang, things that are very touch and go.
Justice in the world.
That or if you let Fanny through, right? And this probably another reason. I felt like I casted that game, but I really don't remember who lost to Jushin.
It flew by so fast.
Yeah. Oh, we're actually seeing a resurgence of the Ruby and the Edith. Talk about experimental.
Wait, is this a Jawhead jungle? In Ruby, I mean, I've seen Ruby jungle before.
Granger jungle.
Granger
jungle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, King Kong goes Granger jungle, and then Roam Jawhead, you can go Ruby Gold, and then EXP Edith.
Yeah, I mean, Kirk
that
Edith,
makes sense.
Right?
But this lineup practically shouts like super early game, because you don't want to put a Granger in front of a Earthel.
I mean, they know how to have fun. That's
You
for
want to
sure.
have fun. You want to have fun, and you also want to win fast while doing it. It's basically a speed run strategy, and then you have Super Friends just at the back line.
What if it goes wrong?
Building up your stacks.
What if it goes wrong? Like, what if See You Soon kind of stops that first 5 minutes? Do you just wait for Super Friends?
You
Friends! Help me, friends!
300 stacks!
300 stacks! Cecilion, save me! I don't know. This one's a little bizarre here. I think that See You Soon has more like... okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
you're right.
Carolina,
Okay,
yeah.
so it's going to be double fighter side lane. Double fighter side lanes. But how did they deal with Jushin without Brusco? I don't think, unless...
Just soak up that damage and pray that you can take a lot of hits. I
guess
think that's their MO.
Super Friends and King Kong, right? Long range.
Long
Just
range.
shred them from long range. You kind of shave it bit by bit.
Yeah, there's no Mega Dive. It's only that Jawhead that could really go into that backline, but then you throw it on back. But it's very high committal play if you want to do that. And I think Onyx PH might be able to go in aggressive in the jungle a little bit earlier, just because you have that Granger high damage in early game coming in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Onyx Philippines are here to have a lot of fun. Well, guess what? You guys get to have fun too. So Churros Gideon is game 1 of this 3rd series. See you soon against Onyx Philippines. Take it away.
Thank you, Husko. Once again, we hit the land of dawn one more time. It's going to be Onyx PH on the blue side up against See You Soon on the red side with just the fattest leash for King Kong to speed this game up.
It's actually a really fast movement coming in from Onyx PH. You want to get that Granger to get that level 4 as fast as you humanely can before starting that engage into aggression. Seeing how they play against BTR, it's always like Onyx PH, once they hit the 40 minutes mark, I'm going to be sitting in your jungle. I'm always going to be hunkering down and making you uncomfortable in your own home.
Yeah, but I'm surprised they wanted to play like this, right? I feel like having double fighters side lanes at this point of time, it's, again, your win conditions is scale with Super Friends and then King Kong. Those are your only 2 win cons. Everybody else is a means to an end. And See You Soon, if their side laners play really well, forcing out leads of their own, able to freeze it nicely underneath their turrets and actually stall the game till they get some iron power spikes, it's going to be pretty tough for Onyx PH to kind of recover, because their cap is very dependent on the performance of their mid lane.
I do have to agree with you, but I think that Kara's job in the early game is just to keep Nomad at bay. Like, don't get a lot of farm. Oh, already a flicker already popped out by Brusco, trying to get into Akira, but will not amount up to anything.
Again, it's going to be tough, right? And you expect Onyx to be more generous with their battle spells. They have to make something happen as early as possible, especially when you have like a Death Ball composition coming in from Onyx. Like, they've got the convoy ready to kind of roll out against See You Soon, and the biggest problem that they're going to have is probably going to be Akira, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be playing that Jushin. If the fight drags out too long, that's when you see See You Soon quickly turn the tides.
I can't really see where it's going. Akira's just going to be pepper spraying every single bush, wherever you see fit. Opening up that map, easy, just pushing Brusco away. They're not even going to contest for this turtle because they can't. That's the downfall of using Granger.
Yep, and honestly, no need to actually contest for the side of Onyx PH. Even when you have King Kong hit his ultimate as well, Desanada not going to be doing too much in these stages of the game. I think they want to create advantages with men, right? They need to have man advantages on the rotation against CU soon, and then look for 4v3, look for 3v2, so on and so forth.
Yeah, the question is, what is the critical timing?
Whoa!
Oh, Super Friends actually trying to bait out the play, but he forced the flicker a little bit too prematurely. I'm not sure what is going on right now.
Again, just it's better safe than sorry. He understands that he is Bitcoin right now. He is real expensive.
He's real volatile.
He's real volatile. He's looking at King Kong. He's like, you're Ethereum, brother. You have a cap. I am going to be the true currency at the end of the day. And I think CU soon they understand it. If they can slow down Super Friends, they inevitably will slow down the whole game.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to get that late game in the 8-minute mark, which is what Onyx Philippines is very famed to do, right? But once Lucas actually hits that level 4, you have a lot on your plate because that's a lot of damage coming through, a lot of tank ability coming in from that beast alone.
Man, Kirk is really... You know, when I saw Kirk playing an M6 on this Edith, I'm like, man, Edith is one of those heroes that just, like, feels a little old-fashioned, right? Really slow, doesn't have has very linear plays, has very minimal counter plays, but if you make... if you build the Thunderbelt and you play your lane perfectly up till level 4, level 5, then there is this compounding interest that you get out of her as you not only snowball the lane, but really waste a lot of time. Ranzi, really nice play.
Brusco using the charge to just dispatch the Way of the Dragon, so that's a very, very good cancel right there by Brusco. But still, 4 minutes, no kills at all, no big fancy skirmishes, both teams on the passive front. I think that's what they want to play with. You have late game insurances in Onyx PH. Oh, the pullback into Brantizi, getting knocked up. Locked out, getting first blood, Brusco with the kill.
And look at that. This is the adaptations that I was talking about when we talk about Onyx PH and why they are so good. They see Brantizi using his battle spells as well as the Way of the Dragon initially, and then we see the instant setup probably being called by Kelra as he has first move on the Earth.
Oh, he has a pullback. Brusco with another play. King Kong picks that one up. Kelra on the side waves gets 2 pullback. He's offended. Getting the whole team in on this one. Taking down 3 in the process. In the turtle bat. Into their names. Brantizi comes in a little bit too late, but they want to go in for the T1 gold plating.
Yeah, the deathball composition working well. Exactly how we expect it to work. Be aggressive. Set up these plays. Have that first rotation and make sure you do not hesitate. And CU soon, unfortunately, wasn't able to hold the composure together. I think that, unfortunately for Luffy's, if he was able to pop that, if he was able to unleash the beast just in time, I think he might have been able to turn it around, but it was just too sudden.
It was a very big play by Brusco because he's always in the midst, and every one of CU soon just coagulates over him because they're also tunnel vision, and Brusco punishes that tunnel vision. Yeah, I'm right next to you. I'm just going to throw you into my team.
Playing it perfectly so far. They've also got mid-tier 1, top-tier 1 at the same time. The snowball continues 5 minutes moving into the 6th minute of the game. I think that Onyx PH are more than happy to continue fighting CU soon at this stage while they still haven't completed second items.
What I'm wondering is how Kelra is going to handle the late game because Nomad is constantly scaling. You have an Irithel that deals a lot of burst damage, especially in the super late game, but Kelra is up on top of the gold charts right now. And Onyx PH, they're famous ramping up their aggression where the Dragon pushes Kirk back into the fray, into the middle of the skirmish. Luffy tries to go for that back line, but will not mount up to anything. The target prioritization from Onyx PH starting to show, starting to fruition. Getting pulled back. Where are you going? Kelra putting in the work.
And what am I telling you? The compounding interest coming out from Kirk's side. He's not only winning his lane, he's got plenty of gold plating from the initial push and the tower gold. Not to mention plenty of Thunderbelt stacks against Luffy's as he's been playing the lane so great. And because of all of these things, he survives the initial kick. He survives the inevitable burst coming out from CU soon.
What's interesting to me is a lot of the times in professional plays, you see the Edith getting picked up, but it's always the Brave Smart getting pulled in. On the bottom side, though, Kelra pulls back, and Nomad is getting a 1v2 right here. It's an outplay from Kelra. Still surviving. He's going in.
Oh! No!
But not for long as Luffy takes him down finally. But Kurt goes a little bit too deep in with the war cry, coming to get a lot of damage done, but not enough. See you soon, punishing the aggression coming in from Onyx PH.
I really thought Keller was going to get greedy and flicker out of the way to survive, but he's like, no, my flicker is too valuable. Maybe Brusco can close the distance in time to block the shot, but it was just a little too soon, a little too late. But Keller doesn't mind. That flicker, way too valuable in these neutral fights. And now that they continue to go on with the snowball, the question is, how long is it going to take for See You Soon to make it to the 42K mark? And once we get to the 42K mark, it means that at the very least, 3 to maybe even 4 core items have been completed by their cores. In this case, it's going to be Nomad and as well as Akira. I think that Ryzen probably will need 3 items before he does some serious damage, because King Kong untouched this game.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Ryzen has a lot of like the presence in this game, but Brantisi narrowly misses that death sentence right there, but they're running in the death ball that we're talking about. Luffy changes into the beast, but they're blocking out the exit path. There's no support for Brantisi. Luffy falls down as well.
Convoy is just too strong. And See You Soon have to respect it. There's just nothing they can really do. Ooh, Kelra was thinking about it. It's like,
I'm watching, yeah.
He wanted a flicker for it, but it's nah, we don't need to do anything right now. At this point, we have so much of a lead. We just need to make sure that these waves are going to get cut, and that way we can start taking the free econ from the T2s on both side lanes.
Actually, small decision-making prowess right here by Onyx PH. They took down that Turtle without waiting for that Lord because they want to take that Lord along with a scaled-up Super Prince. They weren't buying enough time for him to come online. Oh, Luffy goes back in. The committal coming in. Not enough damage to take anyone down. Luffy, that's a death sentence for him. Brusco trying to block up all exits. The Alpha Band of Pose, Akira blocking him away from the rest of damage dealers of Onyx PH. King Kong going Hong.
Oh my goodness, a triple kill for King Kong here. Again, can't really, they lose an inhibitor prior to the Lord actually spawning into this game. See You Soon, making too many mistakes. They're having too much fun. Kurt nearly getting thrown
But they want to end it right here, right now. It's 9-minute mark, fastest game of today, only in Stream B.
Jeez.
Louise.
It is just, oh, that was a demolition. OP really making short work of See You Soon.
I can't